Shalom to the elect. I got to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rekar, Korash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, waking up the hope for the elect. And shalom to the Agua who are listening and learning. Coming into another lesson, Lord's wouldn't be edifying. This is titled, "And There Was War in Heaven," because what I'm going into is the war that's about to be in heaven, which is going to be here on earth, and that's going to be the seed of Satan and the seed of Yahweh. Okay, it's going to be physical war here. The seed of Satan against the seed of Yahweh, starting with Yahawashi and the angels and the Israelites, okay, the elected Israel, and all the seed of Satan, okay. So people is confused with when they talk about and Satan fell as lightning upon the earth. It's talking about him, the Edomites, because Satan has a physical seed, which is the Edomites. And Yahweh has a physical seed, which is the sons of God. Okay? Yasha, he princes of God. He princes of Yahweh. He princes of power. They're talking about the nation of Israel. Okay? So that war, when they say, I saw Satan fall as lightning, that was Yahawashi letting his elect know, his disciples know, his apostles, that the so-called white man is finna fall out of their power, out of their rulership. This had nothing to do with Satan falling from the spirit world, okay, from the spiritual realm. This has nothing to do with that. The Christians don't understand these scriptures. This is talking about Satan, seed on the earth, which is the so-called white man, the Edomites, falling out of that rulership, out of their power. So I'm going to get that first before I go into this. Now this is Isaiah. This is Isaiah 14. I'm going to start at verse 12. And it reads, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?" Lucifer just means light bearer, okay? The illuminated one. Now who called themselves the illuminated ones? The Illuminatis. Okay, they're starting with the Rothschilds. So it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut to the ground, which did weakest the nations?" Now this is a code right here to let you know this is not talking about the spiritual demon Satan. Okay? It say which did weakest the nations. How did Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, weakest the nations? Because of their power, man. Okay, starting with the atomic bomb. Okay? But now they have these ICBMs, man. Okay, the intercontinental ballistic missiles. So it say, how did it say, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did weakest the nations? Talking about through his military might, his power. It say, "For thou saith in thy heart, I will ascend into the heaven, I will exalt my throne before the stars, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north." This is the side of the north, okay? He sit on top of the congregation, starting with what? They papacy, man, okay? But getting to the point, it say, "I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High," meaning with his power, man, his rulership. And they are portraying themselves like the Most High Yahweh because of their power, okay? Their military might. They deceiving you with shooting their rockets like they going to space, which they ain't, because they can't get past the Van Allen belt, okay? So they're deceiving you with their jets, their helicopters, okay? Their military might, man. Their drones. It say, "Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell in the sides of the pit." It say, "They that shall see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man?" Like you know, Satan has a physical seat on earth. They are men. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? How did they do that? With the atomic bomb, man. With Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man. Okay? That's how they made the earth to tremble. With their military might, man. Their power. It reads, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the houses of the prisoners. Okay? All the kings of the earth, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. The point is, they that see thee shall never look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble with their military might, their power, their atom bomb, their ICBMs, their intercontinental ballistic missiles? It say that did shake kingdoms, and they destroyed everything, man. Okay, start with Alexander the Greek, man. Alexander the Greek, okay? They conquered all the lands, man. That did shake kingdoms, man. Okay? Because their military might is so powerful, man. Okay? That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof. Okay? So the point was, how have thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? It's not talking about him falling out of heaven, man. It's just talking about him falling out of his rulership. It say the man that made the earth to tremble. It says the man that made earth to tremble. Now, this is talking about the war that they're going to have, that the so-called white man is going to have with Yahawashi when he come back with the angels. This is what they're talking about. War. Now, I'm going to go to first. I'm going to go to Luke chapter 10 and verse 18. And it reads, and he said unto them, this is Yahawashi speaking with his apostles, his disciples, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Okay? Meaning out of their rulership, their power, man. Okay? This is not talking about the spiritual demon Satan, man. This is talking about his seed. His seed. Let's prove that Satan got a seed. This is Genesis chapter 3 in verse 15. And it reads, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. And it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Now, it say between thy seed and her seed. And when it say, it say, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Listen, man, that's talking about back and forth between Edomites and Israelites, man. Okay? Back and forth enmity, man, between the two, man. So he say, thy seed and her seed. Eve didn't have a seed. So this talking about the nation of Israel. He gonna put enmity between thy seed and her seed, man. So they're gonna always be enemies, man. Okay? The so-called white man and the so-called black man is gonna always have hatred towards one another, man. Okay? Because they are two separate nations, man. We are royal and they are as nothing. This is Revelation chapter 12 and let me start at verse 7. Revelation 12 and 7. And it reads, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. And that's talking about the so-called white man. Their angels is talking about their army, man. Okay? Their military might. And in the movie Save Private Ryan, man, I think it was Mark Wahlberg was mentioning about the helicopter, the cavalry coming. Okay, and I think Tom Hanks said that no, those are our angels coming to protect us. Okay, so read this again. It say, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels, and the dragon fought in his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. Okay, and the dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. Okay, and he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. This talking about Esau and his rulership, man, his power structure. Okay, they're going to be brought down, man. Now it say Michael and his angels fought against a dragon and his angels. That's talking about Michael the archangel fighting with Yahawashi and the other angels against Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, according to the scriptures. Now let's get that. This is Isaiah 63. I'm gonna start at verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. It say, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. This is talking about, it said, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This is Yahawashi. When he come back and get ready to make war with Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his army, man. Okay? Why? What's the whole purpose? Because of what you did to the Israelites, man. What you did to the so-called Negroes, the so-called Hispanics, and the so-called Native Americans. Now this is Isaiah 34. But the Lord coming back, man. He coming back to wreak havoc on you devils, man. Okay? But that war that was in heaven, it's talking about here on earth, man. Earth is known as a heaven. Okay? It's the so-called white man's heaven, and it's the so-called Israelites' hell, man. This is their heaven. This is their kingdom. Oh, it's a song that be playing when I be at work. It's an Edomite female that sang it. It called This Is Our Kingdom. This is our kingdom. This is what she said in the song. And this is their kingdom, man. Okay? I was going to look up the name of the female who sang that song, This Is Our Kingdom. But this is their kingdom, man. This is their heaven. This is Isaiah 34, verse 5, and it reads, For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold. Now he said sword shall be bathed in heaven. Why would the Lord be fighting in heaven for? What's the reason he'll be in heaven fighting? In heaven, it's all peace, man. Everything is all righteous in order. He's talking about here on earth, man. Isaiah 34 and 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Idumea is the Greek word for saying Edom, man. It's the Greek word for Edom. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. Okay? The sword of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra, one of the chief cities of Edom, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, man. Okay? Edom, man. That's why I read to you Isaiah 63 say, who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments? The Lord is not going to physically get his garments dirty, man. Okay? He's going to be sitting back, man. His angels going to be getting busy. Okay? His angels will be getting busy, man. And they are way more angels than it is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man army, man. Okay? So who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? It's Yahawashi, man. Okay? It's Yahawashi. Now this is, let me go Joel. Because this is the reason why the Lord coming back to slay you devils, man. That's why this is why it's going to be war in heaven. This is the reason why it's about to be war in heaven, man. This is Joel um chapter 3, starting at verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time," meaning time that's about to come, "when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem," that's talking about all 12 tribes, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down in the valley of Jehoshaphat," which is Yahawashi, "and will plead." The word plead, that means judge when you look it up. "And will plead." They ain't talking about like when you go to court and you plead your case. No. The Lord saying, "Will plead with them there for my people and my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." Okay? And when you read it, tell you that they cast lots for us, man. Okay? So the Lord is coming back because of what they did to the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, man. Okay? All 12 tribes of Israel. That's why it's about to be war in heaven. So this hasn't happened yet, man. This is a prophecy that is about to happen. Okay? I'm going to get to the point. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. It reads, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war." This haven't happened yet, man. "Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up." Okay? "Beat your plowshares into swords," which is some farming tools, "and your pruning hooks into spears," which also is some tools. Pruning hooks and plowshares are tools of agriculture, man. He say, "Let the weak say that I am strong." And all the other nations got missiles now. Okay? But all this, listen, he's gathering, he's going to make all the other countries come against North America. But all they doing is gathering in the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. So the Lord can plead with them there, man. For his people Israel. This is the whole point of this, man. This is the war that's about to be in heaven, which is on earth, man. Okay? In the valley of Jehoshaphat, in the Middle East, man. He says, "Assemble yourselves and come up, all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about." So he's gathering all these nations so he can fight against them, man. Okay, and it ain't gonna even be no fight, because one angel can slaughter these demons, man. One angel. Okay? But what the Lord tell you in Exodus 15 and 3, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name, man. Okay? Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name, man. So he's a man of war. He's about battle, man. A good fight. Which it ain't gonna be no good fight. Okay? This is Revelation chapter 5, verse 11. "And I beheld and I heard the voices of many angels round about the throne and the beasts and the elders. And the number of them were 10,000 times 10,000 and thousands of thousands," man. These are the angels, man. Okay? These are the angels. And even Yahawashi told Peter, man, if there was his kingdom, that he can bring down, he can call down 12 legion of angels, man. Okay? 12 legion of angels, man. When they was taking him in the Garden of Gethsemane, man, he could have called down angels and slayed them, man, but it wasn't time. Listen, man, the point is, it's going to be 10,000 times 10,000 and thousands of angels, man. And they're coming back to wreak havoc on the so-called white man, okay? Esau, Edom. Their army, man. It's going to be a big battle. This is Psalms chapter 68 in verse 17. Just to prove that the Lord coming back with a great army, man. And it's finna be war. This is Psalm 68, verse 17. "The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord Yahweh is among them." Okay? "As in Sinai, in the holy place." Because you read in Deuteronomy, the same thing happened, man, when the Lord had his armies. Okay? Had his chariots. It say thousands of them, man. So the Lord has a big army, man. Okay? And he's coming back to slay All the Idumeans, man. Now this is let me go back to Joel before it escapes me. This is Joel chapter 2 and verse 11. And the Lord Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, okay? Before his army, because he got an army, man. For his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, is great and very terrible. And who can abide it? No one can abide this but the elect, man. Okay? It is what he said is what? It is great and very terrible, man. Because it's going to be a lot of bloodshed. Okay? Because what he said he's going to do is raise up his elect men. They tell you that in Isaiah chapter 40 that he's going to give his elect men power, man. Okay? He's going to give them spiritual power. They shall run and not get weary. And they shall mount up like eagle wings, man. Meaning we're going to be able to fly. His elect men going to be able to fly, man. Okay, so they're going to be like Thor, Superman, and Flash, and Quicksilver, man. Because he said they shall run and not get weary. Okay? And tell you in Deuteronomy and Leviticus that one shall chase 1,000, and 10 of his men shall put 10,000 to flight, man. Okay? So he's going to, when he coming back with his angels, or Yahawashi and the angels, man, he's going to raise up his elect men and get them spiritual power also, man. Okay? And it's going to be war out here, man. That's why he told Job this. This is Job 38 and verse 3. And it's a beautiful scripture. Beautiful. And it reads, gird up now. He said, gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee. Okay? The Lord say, gird up your loins like a man, because it's time for battle, man. That's why Paul said in Ephesians chapter 6, put on the whole armor of God, man. And gird up your loins. Because it's finna, you got to deal with that spiritual battle, okay? Spiritual wicked demons in high places. But also it's finna be a physical war, man. Down here on earth. That's the war in heaven that the scripture talking about, man. That the Christians don't understand. They can't break down these scriptures. This is, what is that? Isaiah. Let me get that. Isaiah chapter 9. This is proof that it's finna be a battle, man. Okay? This prophecy, what I'm finna read, hasn't happened yet, man. This is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. And it reads, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Now, that's going to be that same physical battle again, man. Okay? The same way they used to fight back in the ancient time, when they used to line up on each sides of the field, and then they used to scream out charge, and both sides used to charge at each other on horses, okay, with they with all their armor suits on, and their swords and their shields, and they used to clash together, okay? That's the same way it's gonna be, man. But this what it say, Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood, because there used to be a lot of bloodshed. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Because why? The Lord is finna have these intercontinental ballistic missiles shooting off to destroy North America, man. Okay? Ultimately, all these other countries going to destroy North America. But the point of this lesson, the Lord is gathering all those armies into the valley of Jehoshaphat, okay, which is the Armageddon, which is Mount of the troops, okay, all those troops, those armies together, so he can destroy all of them. Why? For his people Israel, man. That's that war that's in heaven that I read to you in Revelation chapter 12. Okay, that shall be war in heaven, man. He say, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Because them ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles, and the chariots going to be shooting laser beams, man. That concentrated heat. So this war here, this is coming up against all these Idumeans, man, and the other heathen nations too as well. This is Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12. And let's go back to Joel 3, okay? When he bring back the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, okay? When he plead with all flesh for his people Israel. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. That's what I read to you in Isaiah 9 and 5 when it say, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. It said, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouths. Okay? And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord Yahweh shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and the hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. Listen, man. Hey, like it start off in verse Zechariah 14 and 12, and it shall come to pass in that day, and this is the plague, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. And that's talking about all you heathen nations, man. That's in Psalm 80, the 83rd chapter, man. Okay, all you Edomites, you Ishmaelites, okay, you Amalekites, the Philistines, you Moabites, you Ammonites, okay? Listen, man, all you that fought against Jerusalem, man, you going to be destroyed in that day. This is Revelation 17 and verse 14. And it reads, these shall make war with the Lamb. Who shall make war with the Lamb? Let's get it. Let's see who shall make war with the Lamb, man. Before I even go any further, let's see who make war with the Lamb. And I was just speaking about it. I should have got it. This is Psalm 83. It say, for they have consulted together. This is Psalm 83 and verse 5. Get to the point. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. It's talking about against all the peoples of Israel, all the 12 tribes. They are all against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. Why did I mention Edom first? Because Edom is the chief ones that destroyed our people, man. And the Ishmaelites, which are the Arabs. And the Moabites, which are the Chinese. And the Hagarenes. It's a Gabal and Ammon. Ammon is the Japanese. And Amalek. Amalek, which is the chief of the Edomites, okay? The Khazarian Empire, the so-called Jews, okay? They call them Ashkenazi Jews as well. It said the Philistines, which is with the inhabitants of Tyre, which the Philistines are some Hamites, okay? And Tyre. So these are the people the Lord is finna destroy, okay? Chiefly Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Revelation chapter 17, verse 14. These shall make war with the Lamb. The names that I just gave you. Edom, Ishmaelite, Moab, Ammon, Philistine, Tyre. Okay? These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Who is that? The elect, man. That shall stand up with Yahawashi in the day of battle, man. Okay? So he's going to raise up his men at the last hour, man. Okay? And he's going to get them incorruptible bodies, man. That's 2 Corinthians 15 and 51. Okay? He's going to get them incorruptible bodies. And he's going to get his men spiritual power. And they shall battle with Yahawashi and the angels, man. Okay? Beautiful scripture. Ezra, second Ezra, man, because it tell you in Ezra, man. Ezra saw the same thing that Zechariah and John saw, man. Okay, and Joel. All these talking about the war that's in heaven, man. It ain't talking about Lucifer was in heaven fighting against the Lord, man. Okay, the Lord created Lucifer, man. When you read Job, the first and second chapter, it tell you that Job was in order, man. Satan in order with the Lord, man. Okay, he's in order. He's not rebelling against the Lord. That's wicked, man. The Lord is not having that in his kingdom, man. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13. And I'm going to start at verse 6. And I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain, and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place wherein the hill was graven, but I could not. Okay, that's talking about the biggest chariot. Hey, we watched the movie Independence Day, the first one and the second one, man. You see how big those chariots is, and Esau know the truth, man. Okay, they know the truth, man. That's why they had in the movie those chariots, the biggest one of all, man. Okay, read this again. It say, but I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain, because that's what everyone thought it was, a mountain, man, because it was so big. And flew upon it, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. So he say he would have seen, but he couldn't, man. It was so big, he couldn't tell, man. Okay, that's how big Yahawashi chariot gonna be. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid. Now hold on. What did the Lord say? Let me get this, man. Let me show you what Joel said, the same thing, man. Hey, these scriptures beautiful, man. Because it's finna be war. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. Now verse 11. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Now what did Ezra say? And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. Because the Lord gonna put the spirit on them to fight. Okay, when they see Yahawashi come out with the angels, man, they ain't gonna want to fight, man. But he's gonna put the spirit on them to fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand. That's why I tell you, who did that coming from Edom would die gummers from Basra. Okay, the Lord ain't gonna do nothing, man. That just basically like a parabolic saying that he's finna destroy the Edomites, all of them. Okay, it said he that treadeth in the wine fat, man. Okay, meaning he's gonna slaughter all the grapes. It's the grapes that go into the wine press. What happens? They get crushed, they get smushed up to make wine out of them, man. He's gonna slaughter all these Edomites, man. And the only ones he won't left is going to captivity, starting with the Rothschilds, the elites. Because those are how they're going to repopulate their nation just for slavery, man. Okay? Because we got to have somebody build a kingdom up, man. Oh, and to tend to all the flock, okay, your sheeps, your oxen, and all that, man. So it reads, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Hey, now let me get back to the point. He say, this is what Job say, which were prepared to fight. What does he say right here in Job? 3rd chapter, he say, verse 9, Job 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Okay? Hey, man. This is going to be beautiful. And Job say, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived. Meaning everything was destroyed. They would turn to dust. But only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Now, I'm going to look for this verse real quick. See if I can find it. Let's see. Now, this is the same thing Joel seen. Oh, yeah, here go right here. Joel saw the same thing that Ezra saw. When Ezra said right here, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Okay? This what Joel say. He saying, and his stink shall come up. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 20. And his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he have done great things. Hey, it's saying his stink shall come up. And Ezra said, what? But on the dust and smell of smoke, when I saw this, I was afraid. Okay? Amen. So this is that war in heaven that's about to go down, man. Okay? The Lord is calling these armies, man, just to destroy them, man. All the armies of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and all these other heathen nations, they are all being gathered just to be destroyed, man. Okay? Just to be destroyed. That's why this is a beautiful, beautiful chapter, man. About this is a beautiful a war, man. Okay? Because guess what? Let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. Let's see what that say. Because this is beautiful, man. Because it's the end. It's the end all be all, man. Okay? Because we on the bottom, man. And it's time for us to rise to the top, man. The Lord called us worms, man. We are the lowest of the low. But guess what? Guess what the basis of men is? Esau, Edom, so-called white man. And they're going back to the bottom where it's supposed to be. And that's only for 1,000 years. And they're going to be destroyed after that. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Amen. It's nothing else after that, man, but the kingdom of heaven. Living righteous, man. But the point of this lesson is the war that's in heaven is talking about here on earth, man. Okay? Here on earth. Not Satan rebelling against the Lord, because that's wicked. When you read Job, it tell you that Satan didn't rebel against the Lord, man. And Satan has a physical seed here, and it's the so-called white man, the Edomites. The Lord said they are the wicked, man. They are of their father, the devil. Okay? He was a murderer from the beginning, man. That's why I tell you in I think Jude, they have gone in the way of Cain, man. Because Esau is Cain reincarnated, man. So they're doing the same thing. What's Esau's blessing, man? To live by the sword. That's why their military might is so powerful, man. But guess what? What Joel say? Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. It say, let the weak say, I am strong. So all these other nations that was weak, according to North America, man, they are strong now. Okay? They have hypersonic missiles, man. Their arsenal is way superior than Esau Edom arsenal, man. Which the Russians are Edomites too. And you got this guy Putin, man. He's on the verge of funding everybody over there with hypersonic missiles, man. Top of the line missiles. S-300s, 400s to S-700s, man. Okay? Esau has nothing when it comes to create nuclear capability, man. He has nothing superior than these other nations, man. Okay? That's why they're going to be destroyed by these other nations. That's why the Lord told you In Jeremiah 59, man. Call all the heathen nations and gather together, like I tell you right here in Joel, man. Okay? Assemble yourselves and come, all you heathen. It say, all you heathen. And gather yourselves together round about, man. Okay? They're going to destroy North America. But Yahawashi, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, is gathering all of them in the valley of Jehoshaphat to destroy all of them in one place, man. Okay? In one place. It tell you in Revelation that in 1 hour, man, he shall destroy. In 1 hour, man. Because them intercontinental ballistic missiles, man, they're going to hit their target, man. And none shall break their ranks, man. Okay? Tell you right here in Job, the 2nd chapter, man. It says, they shall run like mighty men. Joel chapter 2, verse 7. They shall run like mighty men, and they shall climb the wall like a man of war, and they shall march every one on his way, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Okay? So when they get ready to hit hard, man, listen, man. Oh, verse 5, it say, let like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Listen, man, the Lord is going to destroy this place, man. Okay? Joel 2 and 3, this is a beautiful. A fire before them, it's a fire devour before them, and behind them a flame burneth. And the land as is a garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them, man. What is talking about? The missiles. Nothing shall escape the missiles, man. Okay? Nothing, man. So this war in heaven, man, that's here on earth against the seed of Satan and Yahawashi and the angels and then the elect men, gonna be beautiful, man. And none of these demons shall escape, man. None of the heathen nations or none of you 2/3, man. Okay? Job said the same thing that Ezra said about that blast of fire. Let's read it real quick. I'm going to end it on this. The same thing Ezra said about the blast of fire. They was all mixed together. This is Job chapter 4 and verse 9. By the blast of God they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. Okay? Listen, man. By the blast of fire, it said by the blast of God they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils, by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. That's talking about what, man? Let me read it one more time, man. This is 2nd Ezra. Hey, because it's going to be serious, man. 2nd Ezra 13 and verse 10, it said, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath. Job saw the same thing, man. And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight. And that's all the heathen nations, man. And burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Hey, because that's a terrible thing to see, man, in a vision. Okay? Hey, so that war that's in heaven, man, that hasn't happened yet. But it's about to happen. Okay? It's a prophecy, man. The last major prophecy, along with the RFID microchip. Okay? Along with race riots, famine, martial law, concentration camps, pestilences. All this is about to happen, man. And these prophecies are all playing out right now as we see it every day, man, in the news, man. All these things is going on. So prepare yourself. Thus saith the Lord, man. Because if you're not walking in the way of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, you will be destroyed. So with that, I want to say all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rekah Korash, Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Agua who are listening and learning. Shalom.